Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, looking at a flashlight today, as you can see from Nitecore, the MH27UV. I got this directly from Nitecore for review. You can find it on Amazon for around $95 up to $100. Lots of different features of this one. Micro USB port, so it is chargeable. USB cable is included. It has a red LED, a blue LED, and a UV LED, as well as just your standard light as well. So lots of cool features in this light. So let's open it up and check it out and see what we think about it. We're going to take it out of the box right here on camera. Sometimes I like to just unbox it and give my initial impressions, then go actually, test it tonight and then test it for a little bit long-term use. But as is often the case, the boxes, it's nice, a little bit more work than some of the other companies put in. A little bit of information on the side. Immediately as I look at it, I think that's going to be big for an EDC light. Maybe good for a bag, maybe a little bit big for most people. Even for a large EDC light, it looks like it's probably not going to fit too comfortably in a pocket. But if you're not thinking of an EDC, then this might be a good option for you. So let's look at what we get actually in the box here. Here's your USB cable. It's a micro USB, and it's got that little Nitecore hook and loop to keep it under control, which I like a lot. Just a little feature, but it makes a big difference to me. Some of your Nitecore paperwork, lanyard, extra pressure switch. Looks like that's the USB cover replacement, and then a couple, let's see, 1, 2 extra O-rings. Here's your pocket clip, and then your sheath. This looks like is that metal? Yeah, that's actually a metal D-ring right there. Usually it's hard plastic, but that's actual metal there with hook and loop. And it is open on the bottom, just so you know that. Get this out of the way, I'll take the light out. I'm assuming that the actual, yeah, it feels like from the weight of it that the actual battery is in the light already. So I can see we got a tactical ring here, got a pretty aggressive bezel, got the fins there to cool it down, got a plus and minus switch there, and then you've got your end cap or your end pressure switch to turn it on. Can it tail stand? Yeah, it can tail stand. My table's a little bit tilted, but it definitely can tail stand. So initial thoughts, just when I take it out, looks nice. Fit and finish is good. There's your USB recharging port. Turn it on here. They probably got the battery like with a little piece of plastic, so it can't come on. Let me just take this off here. So take that off. Oh, let's see, is there a battery? No battery. Or is there a battery? Nope. No battery included. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go get a battery. I've got plenty around, but just as a heads up, it looks like all the $90, $95 ones that I saw on YouTube actually had a battery included, so that's part of the deal. Let me go grab a battery and then we'll keep rocking. All right, so as it would happen, I do have a battery, but the battery's totally dead. So we're going to test out the charging process right now. Plug it into USB, and once it gets fired up, we're going to take it out into the dark and actually go right into testing it. So this is me actually charging the light. You can see got a blue flashing light there. Plugged in the micro USB into the computer. When it's flashing like this, I think it's every 1.5 seconds, they said, it means it's charging. When that basically lights up steady, it means you're fully charged. And let's see, let me turn this. Yeah, you can see when the end is not clicked on or it's not connected properly, it's going to flash like that, which basically says there's an issue. So you got to make sure you click the end cap here, and then it'll flash like that and charge up. Okay, let's show you the light in use. We got 4 different settings. We're going to go from 1 lumen to 55 lumens to 250 to 1000. So 1, you're looking at right here. You can't really see anything at the boards I'm shining at, which are about 35 feet away, but I will show you that. So that is on. That's at 1 lumen, 55, 250, 1000. We'll go back down here. Again, 1, 55, 250, and 1000. Now let me show you a cool feature here. So it is on right now. It's on the 1 lumen setting. You've got your minus and plus button. So minus is going to go down your selection process, and plus is going to go up in lumens through the selection process. So if you hold down on the plus sign from any setting, it's going to go all the way up to your highest setting. So let me show you that again. 1 lumen, hold down the plus sign, boom, all the way up to your highest setting, which you can see now shining back over at the wood. Very, very bright. All right, now I want to show you the other settings. So that's your highest setting. You scroll down. Now we're at 1 lumen, tap it again. And it looks a little bit purple on the screen there, but it's actually a bluish light, then to red, and then to ultraviolet. So I'll point the camera down on the ground and show you what that actually looks like. But we've got blue, red, ultraviolet. The other cool thing is, no matter, I'm going to scroll all the way up. So let's say we're at the highest setting here, 1000. If you hold down on the minus switch, it'll go all the way to the other end, which is ultraviolet. So just hold down, boom, all the way to ultraviolet. Looking at the ground here, this is on the 1 lumen setting, and then I'm going to go down to the blue setting, and then to the red setting. And when I go to ultraviolet, you really can't see anything on the ground, and even with my eye, I can barely see. It's putting out just a tiny bit of light. Once again, just to show you that it is putting out that ultraviolet setting. So in general, people think blue, they think, I guess most people would say, you know, hunting, if you're tracking an animal that's been shot and it's bleeding. So you can pick up blood, you can pick up other fluids as well, using the blue light. Going to red, it's just going to give you light, but it's going to save your night vision. And then ultraviolet, I was looking up some information on that. The 3 things I saw listed were scorpion hunting, and then looking for bed bugs, and this last one's kind of gross, but if you want to see if there's any sort of urine, particularly pet urine, on your carpets or anything, this is what people recommend you do, use ultraviolet. So kind of nasty, but that's what it is. The other thing I want to show you real quick here, see if you can pick it up. Yeah. So I'll scroll through here. It's a little bit hard to see. So yeah, you can see over here, as you look at the this on ultraviolet setting, where my finger's tapping, that's where your ultraviolet light is coming out. And as you go through the different settings, let's zoom in here, get this a little bit more. There we go. All right, so when it's on ultraviolet, you can see it's coming out on this side. When you go to your red setting, it's coming out on top. Go again, it's coming out on bottom. I know I'm blinding you there, but so basically you're not changing the core LED. It's just lighting up these different pieces of the puzzle here. So going back again, sorry, wrong way. Going back again, ultraviolet, you can see is on this side. Looks like red's on this side, that one right there, and then blue down on the bottom there. So red, blue, and then we're going to go back into the normal settings. Looking off into the woods here, we're at about 70 feet from that tree, and with the, let's put this on the highest setting here. With this on the highest setting, obviously you can see we got a hotter center, but I can see this entire area. Let me just scroll a little bit to the side. This entire area of the yard that kind of goes back by my shed, then off deeper into the woods. So when I got this on the highest setting, I could see everything just fine. When I'm looking off at about 70 feet, as far as, you know, the spill you're getting from the light on both sides, we're talking when it's focused on that tree, basically from that far on the fence, all the way over to that kind of stump you see sticking up over there. So we're talking about 50 feet across when we're hitting our main target at about 70 feet distance with the center beam. Here we are once again at the highest setting. Let's get down to that 500 setting. Definitely a cooler center, but as far as what you're able to see, still from pretty much there on the fence over to that stump over there again. So not a whole lot of change on how wide your beam is. Going down again, definitely much lower on the heat of your center beam. I would be comfortable walking through the woods with this though. It's still wide enough, and I got enough of a hot center that I could walk around. And then down to that 1 lumen setting, again, just to show you that it's on. But this isn't good for much except doing stuff around camp, or if you have to walk around your house at night, or some place where you don't want to wake people up with a lot of bright light. Another feature that's really cool on this light is if you hold both these down, it's going to go into strobe mode here. So you can see that. So there's your strobe. And once it's in strobe mode, I'll shine it out there, and then we can start. Let me just readjust my focus. Okay, we're in strobe now, and then we're going to hit the minus sign, and I'll show you this. It goes to a multicolored strobe. So basically your blue and your red. Then I hit it again, it's going to go to red flashing. Hit it again, it's going to go to blue flashing. So a lot of different options. Again, blue flashing, red flashing, both of them flashing together, straight up strobe, and now we're going to go up from strobe. It's going to go into this signal mode where it's just flashing like this. And the next setting is going to be SOS. What I'll do now is actually go out about 50 feet away from you and shine the light back at the camera to give you a look at all the different settings. Here's some parting thoughts on this light. First off, I like it overall. Sturdy build. I like Nitecore. They've made good products that I've used and I've been impressed with them. I generally like one that has just, you know, your operation coming out of the tail switch, but with so many functions on this, that's pretty much impossible. So there's your tail switch, and then there's your selector options here. I do like that those are larger buttons. Sometimes you get tiny little buttons and they're just harder to figure out. If you don't need ultraviolet, if you don't need blue, if you don't need the red option, then this probably just has too many functions or features for you. But if you're going to use those three, I think this could be a really cool light for different applications. So for example, if I lived in the desert, this would be a great light, because actually I like to go out and explore for animals and things like that. Actually, as I was shooting this video, I heard my dog getting all agitated about something off in the woods. So I went off to look and shine the light up in a tree. I think it was a porcupine, but it was too far up for me to actually see. But anyhow, all that to say, if I had this with the ultraviolet light, I could go looking for scorpions. I think that'd be kind of a cool way to do it. And just for safety too, you know, to make sure that there's none in my sleeping bag or in my tent at night. The other cool feature here you see is that it's USB rechargeable. So I just think that's a plus. You know, so many people have laptops, or even at home, people still have desktops sometimes. So to be able to just plug that in and charge it up, that's a win for me. Once again, we're looking at the Nitecore MH27UV. I've got links down below if you're interested in purchasing this light. Check it out online, and thanks for checking out the video. More videos coming soon. Take care.